Joining me now for reaction in Florida is Dan Bongino, an NRA TV contributor, and with me here in studio, John Glaser, Director of Foreign Policy Studies at the Cato Institute, and Walid Phares, a Fox News national security analyst. Great to see all of you. John, I want to go to you on this. I mean, it is amazing to go back and listen to those who just several weeks ago were saying that Trump was on the verge of bringing us to thermonuclear war because he called Kim Jong Un Rocket Man, and he seemed to be all over the place. They don't understand that is the way Trump moves and operates. He is not being given credit, and he says, look, anything can happen here. But the naysayers and the negativity, I don't think are comporting with the reality that most Americans are seeing here.
Well, it's important to point out that Trump's sort of approach to North Korea is not the only pebble on the beach. I mean, North Korea has very recently achieved what it has always wanted to achieve with regard to its nuclear and ballistic missile programs, and that has really strengthened its bargaining position and goes a long way to explain why they've changed their posture. It's also the case that...
So let me just get this straight. You're saying that North Korea would have done this anyway with the Hillary Clinton? Really? Is that what you're arguing?
Well, there's other factors. So, for example, South Korean President Moon Jae-in. He's had almost the opposite of Trump's approach. It's not been bombast and maximum pressure. It's been conciliation, sunshine policy, negotiations, et cetera. And he's orchestrated most of this sort of diplomatic overture. So a lot of credit is owed to him. A lot of credit is owed to the fact that they now have leverage with their nuclear program, so they feel more on an equal basis. They can sit at the negotiating table with the United States. So we have to take these things in. There are a lot of things that are...
Yeah, literally, this is where I think Trump is damned if he does and damned if he doesn't, Willie, because if North Korea was moving apace with more tests, more ballistic missile testing, of course they've launched a lot of ballistic missiles. They also had a big facility collapse on itself, correct? Mm-hmm. Because of the way it was built, whether it was tunneling underneath, the thing collapsed on itself. So the whole narrative in North Korea is collapsing, but the pressure that was brought to bear on him with this unconventional American leader who didn't feel like he had to play by the old rule book, I think moved this to the place that it is now that nobody predicted. No one is predicting that Donald Trump would be the one to oversee this summit and to carry out this summit. Again, seeing where it goes. I think you're right to say we have to be cautious, but I mean, come on. The fact that he's not getting any credit from these people, I think, is just dishonest at this point.
You know, I agree with you. During the campaign 2016, I met with South Korean media and diplomats, and they were so far from what's happening now. They even asked me, will a Trump administration abandon us, move the troops out, and let us be slaughtered by the North Koreans? Everything has changed. Yes, there are many factors in it, but there are very clear strategic moves by the administration that led to the situation we're in right now. Number one is to create this East Asian coalition, Japan, South Korea. Number two, in my view, the most important, deploying the task forces. When the North Koreans saw those task forces, it's mathematics. I mean, when we brought all of our task forces, the South Koreans made a calculation. They can't overcome that. They went to the Chinese. They asked the Chinese, thinking that the Chinese were still in the 50s. China by now is almost a capitalist communist regime. They want to make money. They are global. They didn't want to engage with the North Koreans against the South Koreans. And that created a change. Mm-hmm. So by deploying the forces, by opening to China, and by reinforcing the East Asian alliance, that's the equation.
Triangulating with Japan and China. Dan Bongino, this is how the New York Times was playing the release of the hostages coming home. Here's a headline. At a key moment, Trump's top diplomat is again thousands of miles away. Yeah, he was going to get the hostages. So they were saying this leading up to the summit. We don't have Pompeo there. This is, again, after Pompeo was trashed by a lot of Democrats who voted him, confirmed him to be CIA director, said he was a dangerous guy. I mean, I literally think they're throwing everything up against the wall to try to trash Trump, and none of it's working. The American people are like, you know something? My life is getting better. I don't know what these media people are saying. They're a bunch of malcontents. Dan.
Yeah, this New York Times story. Laura, you had one job, the New York Times, just one job. Can you just ask where Pompeo was? Okay, they're probably not going to tell you. There may have been some operational security involved. But maybe just by the answer that, hey, we have no comment, you could have figured out maybe he was actually doing something.
Watch our show
last night. You had one job. Yeah. Just get the story right. You had one job. What an embarrassing headline. But just on North Korea quickly, just to double barrel here on what Walid said before. I think China as well, Laura, the tariffs played a big role here, the threat of. Listen, China depends far more on exporting their products to us and us buying them than vice versa. They needed us. Now, I'm not a huge fan of tariffs for economic reasons, but I believe the threat in and of itself and Trump's unpredictability here, which I believe is strategic, has really helped us. One final thing, Laura. I mean, forever we've worried if Kim Jong Un and the Kim dynasty are rational actors. You know, finally we have other foreign countries saying the same thing about Trump, and I think it's a good thing.